我们队一直以来都是就是没有说给自己，目标定的那么高，就是 S8夺冠也是就是很顺其自然的一个情况。满意的地方就是，可以说从结果上来看，我们在最关键的比赛，比如说是拿到 S8的门票的比赛，然后还有在世界赛的，比较危险的比赛，就是在最后的，可以再说在关键的时候没有掉链子，而且都赢下来了吧，那个算是比较满意的地方。
And Balan from Invictus Gaming, who just picked up their first game against OMG. Balan saying Worlds just fell in his lap, essentially. So the support from IG is confident as ever.
Yeah, I thought the team, like, their mentality, the squad, it felt like they were the weirdest team I've ever seen in terms of, like, every team has pressure that they put on themselves, right? At least the players put pressure on themselves. That's always been, like, the issue with, like, say, let's get examples like Team Liquid, right? A lot of pressure put on, like, Double Lift, and on this team around them. Ole has been, last year, known for the pressure that he put on himself. But every single time I see Invictus Gaming play out there, I just see the players consistently continue to do what they do, even if they get punished. Jackie Love still jumps in a lot of times. If he gets killed, I'll still do it again, even if it's on key moments.
Yeah.
Because they only really made it to the finals for the LPL in the summer split. In the spring split, they lost out in the semifinals to RNG. And then it happened when they finally got to the same place again in the finals. They lost, sure. But they never really stopped making those risks. And that's what I love about IG.
And against OMG, there were times where you're saying, all right, well, IG are taking this risks, but OMG are meeting them face to face. Talking a little bit about Best 16 and his performance in that first game.
Yeah.
OMG felt like they were on a new wavelength, as we talked about before.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it was just the shoulder. It was mostly Ale shouldering a lot of the pain right there. And I felt like when Icon was getting a lot of the pressure, it was Ale making the best out of it. Now this changes. Lineup changes. And that's what's favorite for me is that a lot of people in the chat, a lot of people out there wondering, when are we going to see the Shy?
Yeah.
When's it going to happen, Hysterics?
Who knows? Is it going to be this matchup? Probably not. I mean, Duke...
The producer just told me the Shy is coming in.
Is he? Well, he didn't tell me. That's
well, I'm sorry,
totally
man.
unfair.
No,
man.
I'm sorry.
Your hands are so cold. It's like 4 degrees in Shanghai. It's bloody freezing. So the Shy is coming into the top side of the map.
Yes, the Shy is coming in, and that is big news because it was Ale who was on the Camille, and he was starting to flex. Even got the dive on Duke. So honestly, that's insane. That we get to finally see the Shy come back into the lineup.
So if you change the Shy for Duke, do you then change Jiang for Ale?
Oh, no, not at all.
Good.
Ale is just better.
Good.
Like, Ale has already come and shown me that he is much more confident in being able to play carry, something that we've always had playing with Xiang. And even though Xiang was Mr. Reliable, we'll have to see that Ale proves to me that he's not reliable. That if Ale comes into game 2 and then just flubs like Holder did for Rogue Warriors, then I'm like, okay, bring back Xiang. But that hasn't happened yet.
Okay, so OMG, bit of expectation put on them to have this stronger early game as they did in game 1. Icon picked up the Jace mid, which I guess we don't leave as, what's the word, as normal in the mid lane these days. Is definitely a unique pick.
I'd say in this specific series, there's a pocket pick meta between both Rookie and him. Like, literally, Rookie and Icon are both Jace players. And so the fact that they're both willing to play Jace, now throw in the Shy, he's a Jace player.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, I'm ready for Jace to just be a randomly placed power pick for both these squads.
Well, OMG coming back onto the stage. The crowd before, a lot of support for them at their home arena on their first day of the LPL split. And if AO can perform like that again, Best 16 as well on their first game, then I have high hopes for them in this split.
I want to see momentum carrying forward. Sure, they lost that last set, but this is a far better OMG we saw compared to last season.
Yep.
And so I speak momentum because this team is a very momentum-based team. Icon, when he loses, the last time when I visited Chengdu, he took that loss versus Suning. Even though OMG was not favored at all in that series, he took it hard.
Yeah.
You know, he's a player that wants to win no matter what. Doesn't matter what other people say. He sees his chances far differently than other people.
Icon, he's a world-class mid laner. He's been around for almost as long as the LPL's been around itself, really. And as old as players like Uzi. At the moment, IG just looking in form. We saw them against TOP in day number 1. A clean 2-0. At the moment, you're asking, can they do it again with the Shy now added up top?
Think so, man. The Shy's the best top laner in the world. when Invictus Gaming took that cup Battleland was referring to, it was off the back of the Shy and Rookie, two of the best solo laners in the in their own roles. So if you're one team, and if you literally just have that much skill packed into your lanes, that's a lot. That's a lot of ownership you have to pick with you.
And Jackie Love's fast becoming one of the best AD carries as well. He's got a long way to go.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to leave Jackie Love out of this conversation, okay? He is, look, immediately those two solo laners, best in the world. Jackie Love, within the LPL, I think he is top 3.
Okay.
I think that is a firm placing that he could have. I have SMLZ above him. Just talking about individual skill, Jackie Love is definitely there, but last year was his rookie year. He needs more time and experience to really build himself back up. Because I think SMLZ has experience. He has time. Uzi, hell of a lot of experience and time that he has. He's seen these games come through, so there are no nerves that Jackie Love has.
Uzi's been around since 2013 as well. Remember, for Jackie Love last year, it's a bit of a difference.
And there are people out there will say one thing. They'll be like, what about the Shy? Wasn't he kind of fairly new? Like, talent and skill just ignores that. So at least with the Shy, when he first came in, there was a little bit of like, okay, I can see what his problems are. And even team fighting and being able to communicate with his team, was like it started rough. But you wanted to see him play anyways because his laning phase was just that good. So this is, I want to say a new IG, in reference to what we saw in Game 1, in reference to what we saw in Demacia Cup. This is the World Championship IG with 100% strength.
Because we're still asking, are they just going to win Worlds again? Are they going to get to that point? And that's far off, and I know I'm jumping the gun just a little bit.
We've already seen a few power rankings, I guess.
Maybe we'll start with the spring split. I think Freak today said Korea would win Worlds, which is just
He said
ridiculous.
that for every team.
Oh, yeah, he said that for every single team in every single region just to cover his losses. So I don't know how much place I can put in that. Anyway, for IG, now the question is another 2-0 on the cards. They start this split off as dominantly as they did in the summer split where they took one loss to RNG and that was it.
Yeah, so the fact that every single time they go up against RNG and lose, that's more indicative of the fact that these two are the top teams in the world. Is that crazy? I think I want to see how competitive these teams are now that both RNG and IG come back into the ranks of the LPL. OMG and Vici, two of the teams that I slated as being the worst coming into this league. Yeah. OMG had an awful last season. Same with Vici. But Vici's already shutting up a lot of people just based off of the new acquisitions that they have. And I think the OMG is doing the same. So I have no idea who's going to be last place anymore. I think that conversation is now just thrown up into the sky. Yeah. Like anybody could take that. Obviously no one wants to have it. It's like a million hot potatoes in the sky. But it's OMG saying that they do have a chance of being able to take the top 4 again. The organization wants that, but not a lot of people are pulling for them.
I mean, it's still very early in the split, but we can see where these teams are going, at least for OMG. That, again, I've used this so many times, but breath of fresh air, and that's exactly what they need. So into Game 2, Raz, and best on the Gragas, there was, composition-wise, it looked like this team were looking to poke out and maybe take more of these mid-game skirmishes.
One thing I want to see for Best and also Icon is a lot of it is just knowing when to take a few steps back. Okay. Because I think Best played it well, of course. I think there were times where mid lane was threatened and waves were coming in and perhaps there was not a lot of communication being able to defend Icon. He was under tower for how long with 4 people just attacking him. Those are really communication errors because mid lane is the spine of the map. Yep. So you need to be able to travel. It's the quickest place you can travel to no matter where you are. So being able to help that just means foresight, knowing what the next play is. That's the first criticism. The next one is actually just knowing what Zach's mentality and really what he's trying to accomplish. Because the last hit really was the nail in the coffin.
Well, Bing is just going to go in. You see the Shy on the roster, Game 2. Here we go. We didn't see the first one, of course. We jumped in 5-6 minutes in, but this time we finally get to see a draft phase. No changes in the roster for OMG, just like we asked for, but they banned away Jace as their final ban.
All right, taking it away from Rookie, because we already talked about it. Shared champion pool here. So they know that both the Shy and Rookie could play it. It's not the first pick. It's not a first pickable champion here for OMG, so they're just going to try and take away the 2 options that IG has.
Camille banned by IG, though. They take another step out and ban away from Ale.
I think a Galio pick should come out immediately. I know that Urgot's being picked up because it is just a good laner versus Aatrox. Galio if they both meet up mid lane, but I think that Galio rounds up just about every composition.
available for IG in this next 2 picks on the red side.
So Best 16 is a good Jarvan player. I know Camille's thrown away from him, but Best 16 can just play the Jarvan. That being said, with an Urgot pick here, you want some burst in your composition. I think Syndra's a good example, Kai'Sa. So when you find that one person Urgot has nailed down, that you want him to at least have that fear beyond death immediately afterwards.
Still available, but the next pick for IG is a bigger question at the moment. Rakan was just locked in. Xayah available if Jackie Love wants to take that down, but it's Aurelia instead. Most likely to Rookie.
And it's a trap being set up. It's IG saying, yeah, we got the Rakan. You're going to have to pick the Xayah away immediately if you want to take the Xayah Rakan away from us. But now if OMG picks up Xayah, what is their bottom lane going to look like? They don't have now set up for Icon and Best 16. I actually think that OMG should pick up Ezreal. I know that the Kai'Sa is being hovered because of what I mentioned earlier, the burst potential to help out Urgot's ultimate.
Yeah.
But I think Ezreal is the better laner. It could help out the bottom lane 2v2.
Yeah, it's Kai'Sa in the end though. Morgana to pair with it too. So OMG going on the offensive a little bit. 5 walking away from the Tahm Kench. But that of course means that IG are left with the Xayah Rakan bottom lane for Jackie Love and Balwan.
There we go. I mean, the trap was laid out. They were at the very end, IG gets what they want and have the Aurelia on top of that. I think now the real question is what Icon wants to play against that. A good lane up against Aurelia is Akali, but OMG banned it out. So IG is playing this one smart. Another option is the Lissandra as well, but if I'm IG, just start banning it.
Remember that the Shy can always pick up Aurelia, even though it might not sit well. For IG, options on the board. It's Kindred as a ban, so targeting best champion pool. Maybe if he picks up some more aggressive.
I want to see what they can look for in taking away from best 16. Kindred is an interesting one. Maybe it's just to open up Ning a little bit more and a lot of his dive-centric champions. Nocturne is pretty good with the composition IG has for themselves. They don't need that hard of an engage any longer because they have Rakan, and even the Aurelia ulti is a good setup too. Yeah. So pick up the Nocturne and take away the Kindred. Makes it nice. I like that idea.
And you know that for IG as well, if it's not banned away here, the Aatrox just could be the option they go to anyway. A specialty of both top laners of IG if that Aurelia truly is mid, but time will tell. The bans have been towards the mid lane this time with LeBlanc and the Galio with one more remaining.
I know some people actually like the Aurelia into the Urgot. Early on, Aurelia does have to play back, but she has some great damage reduction in her W, 40%, pretty nice. The Lissandra being banned is an interesting one, because Lissandra and Galio both being banned, OMG knows that it's going to be an Aurelia top lane. So it's just going to be a question of what Rookie picks up for himself.
They may have the counter pick here, IG. If they choose to flex that one around, that's what they're banking on. Sejuani was the lock-in for Ning. Taking full advantage of that buff up in 9.1. Rinse and repeat for best 16 though. Or maybe not. No, it's Kha'Zix in the end.
It's a lot of burst from OMG, but they need some tankiness. Right now, Urgot is fine. I wonder what Icon is going to pick for himself. He has the Morgana shield. Here we are.
Unless that is truly an Urgot mid.
Yeah, might just be. I mean, Urgot mid is safe. I don't think there's anything that can really deal with it. So giving Ale Jax is what I like to see.
Oh, hell yeah. Jax top. There are very few top laners in the league who will actually take this to the top side. And that's what you want. Confidence out of your rookie top laner who's replacing someone like Xiang in this crucial second game. Counterpick now for IG though.
So he knows he's going up against an Urgot. There's not a lot of great matchups into it. Ryze would be an interesting one. I haven't seen Ryze in a long time. So these mid-range mage bruisers are usually the answer to it. Now, OMG dealt 2 as a blow. Lissandra and Galio, 2 great mid-lane bruisers, took them away. But Ryze fills that gap. What he does is essentially he can tank a few blows at Urgot's dish now, but he deals so much more damage, especially once he has Rod of Ages immediately afterwards. So something that Icon has to deal with. It takes some time for Ryze to come online. But as a positive, Post 6 has a great ultimate to really help the side lanes.
Best 16 probably going to be looking towards that. We'll see. It's a spicy one going into game number 2, and I mean that because the draft is very, very different from both teams. Seems very reactive and counterintuitive as well. We'll see how it ends up going for OMG. It's a big statement game for them to say that we're back. We got fresh legs moving into 2019. IG, they're the world champions. They've got expectations to live up to. Maybe with that Zyrakan bottom lane, we'll see JackeyLove and Baolan shine once again.
I think the top lane is something I want to look at. I know that bottom lane, Zyrakan, it's always fun to watch.
Lovely.
There's a Jax for Ale, and the Shy is back. First game of the split, dealing with this young gun, thinks he can take his head. I don't think so, man.
It's always the fresh blood that makes enough trouble for these experienced members.
He's a lot of trouble. Ale already in game 1, solo killed Duke. Duke going to the back, furious. He doesn't give a damn that they just won that game. He was made to look bad.
Oh, yeah. This is it. This is what OMG need to do. Step 1, take down the best team in the world. Step 2, take us to a game 3 and show us that they are a different team entirely. Top lane, Ale on the Jax. And we've seen Jaxes in the LPL before. Hell, even the Decisive Cup, TFP's 369, showing how much havoc that pick can do if it gets ahead early. But we're going to find out right now as we jump onto Summoner's Rift for game 2 of OMG and IG.
Oh my goodness. Level 2 Rakan Xayah, or at least level 1, is what I always hate to watch. We saw what happened in game 1. SMLZ was a victim to it. This time around, it was actually 5 and Chelly who were hunting.
Obnoxious start, rookie. Just pops into Icon. There's some rivalry between these two. One has been dignified as the best mid in the world.
I always feel like Icon uses that as fuel to always motivate him to the next split. That people that he's had on the list and that, you know, could never really scrub him off because they're just too damn good. But he always has faith in his own abilities, so he always comes back even more fiery. Here we go, though, level 2.
The binding does land onto JackeyLove, though. Ignite drop down as well. Surprising damage coming out of Chelly in 5. OMG's bottom lane, a flash forward from Chelly. He doesn't need it. He forces him out of lane. And IG's bottom lane, that's not the start. The push-in will come through from Chelly.
And remember, lethal tempo for JackeyLove. He does not have the sustain you would expect him, so he uses the early potion, but this is going to be a rough start just because of that.
JackeyLove walks into lane. He can't back away. He loses way too much. At least the trade-off into Chelly in 5 eventually returns.
So it actually just needs to be Rakan trying to find openings, get the Q across. Oh no.
Oh no. It does land onto Baolan for what it's worth. There's no flash or heal, has to be by JackeyLove. We wanted to look to the top side of the map, but I feel like our intention's going to be different.
So Counter-Strike in this matchup is pretty important. Stops a lot of plays from happening. So whenever, you know, yeah, sure, the Shy throws down a stun. Issue is, Counter-Strike makes it, you can't really do much about it. Here we go, though.
Does 5 miss with this stun? I don't think so. Great heal from JackeyLove. But Baolan,
no.
oh, he's best to flash forward. The slow JackeyLove is saying, oh, please.
One more.
Help me.
Hit him.
Chasing him down. He has more movement speed. A shield from Baolan. He misses the W. And Baolan and JackeyLove just walk it out.
Where were you aiming?
How many skill shots have missed today?
I'm just mad. All right? I'm watching this soap opera,
Oh, yeah.
hoping for a payoff, and for whatever reason, there's hero aura. Like, you can't kill the heroes of this show. JackeyLove and Baolan somehow come out of that one alive when they were just getting flexed on.
Even though Best 16 burnt his flash, and even though there was no kill there, Raz, the bottom lane has lost 2, or almost 2, gold plating's already.
Yeah, 20 CS to 5. And at the same time, Jackson's doing pretty well too. I know there's a lot of trades coming back here and there, but it has a sustain if you're already looking at the runes that Ale has for himself. Conquerors too, so he always has that opening. One thing you have to watch out for, I already talked about it just briefly before the bottom lane fight even happened, is that it's a very defensive matchup that Jax has here. That really constantly in the mid lane. The question is how many times she can get a solo kill. It's like, or at least like if she gets the stun, then she gets access to more DPS. But you don't want to jump on top of a counter-striking Jax. So he really stops any fights from happening, trades happening from the Shy. So he's just CSing pretty easily. And then gets level 6, then gets Trinity Force, and suddenly you can't fight him. Here we go.
Say with those trades they're heating up. He doesn't know Ning's here though. Good leap strike away. Jumps forward the Shy! Gets first blood, but only by a millisecond as it's traded off by Ale.
That's insane. That's actually crazy.
Corrupting
that could have gone
potion.
either way. But somehow the Shy gets it because it's a bad soap opera. Gets the first blood goal, so it's worth for him. I'm sad.
Ning comes up to the top side, able to influence it a little bit. Summon is burnt by both the Shy and Ale. No flash on Ning either. But Best 16's coming to the mid lane. Rookie in trouble now. No flash for the Kha'Zix, but Rookie can just fight this one back. Big minion wave for the Rise.
Yeah, he's going to lead the minion wave up. It's going to be pretty easy for him to push this one up and end up basing. He has 2 mana crystals, so he does want to go back to at least get a tier for himself. Yeah, not happening.
Yeah, not this time. 5 with his spell shield. Just walks away. Alright, OMG. Settle down. Everything kind of spicing up. Rookie's just styling on Icon right now. Might be down in CS, but that'll soon end.
Love how he's playing around with his phase rush. The moment he gets it popped, he just starts running around. Not much Icon can deal with this mosquito.
Ale's actually
oh my god, the Shy, no!
Smackdown, Shy, you're down! Gets Vanguard's edge way too late, but in the bottom lane, OMG styling all over the map. Jackie Love gets the stun down onto Best 16, but Ning's coming in for the wild ride. It's a 3 versus 2. Chelly just walks back around, binding,
oh my goodness.
misses by just the tip.
This is a new year. Honestly, this is insane.
This is great.
The Shy just got solo killed by Ale in the top lane. And sure, it's Jax, so a lot of people out there will just be saying, just nerf Jax, get Jax out of this lane. But honestly, what was the Shy doing in that situation? Ale is turning out to be that good and that confident.
It's 2-1 on the Jax now. We've got more action mid though as Rookie has found Best 16 up at the Scuttle Crab. Binding lands again from 5. The lockdown here from Chelly. He's only level 4, but with the Cathian rain it might not matter too much. Fear Beyond Death onto Icon and Rookie. Ning gets a trade. 5 is down. And IG still want to find the fight.
It's going to be a long journey if they want to be able to get on top of Ning. There is a possibility for this one.
Chelly doesn't have enough mana, nor can he find the second skin stacks onto Ning. And that's it for now, but wait another minute, we'll have more fighting.
Yeah, gonna happen. Both these teams are too confident. Especially in day 1 for, I'd say actually for IG it's day 3. I mean, they played a series previously, but for OMG, it's day 1 for them. Like, they're coming into this split hot. Oh, wow.
There's no Vanguard's edge.
My goodness.
Ale just pops his ulti again. He'll get the stun down. Minion wave. Oh, the Sheen first pays off.
Say it ain't so Shy. Look at his face. Incredulous. How did that happen? Get me off the stage immediately.
He's 1 of 3.
I love Ale already.
Oh, yeah.
Ale, I am in the church of Ale. You know what? Like, build it immediately. And then I will be the pastor. This is so cool for him. Like, this was actually immediately a great trade from the Shy. Weaving in autos whenever he can, going across the way. He even had the minion wave just smacking around Ale, but nah. He has the Sheen. Proc on top of that. Now he has Phage too. This is a snowball matchup and then some.
Ale has decided not to buy boots as well. He just wants to get the Trinity Force pre-15 minutes. And why shouldn't he? He's worth 600 gold now in this top line.
Yeah, this is just when Jax goes wild. I know initially with the Ale, he was just going crazy. In fact, like mechanically, he was playing this one well. Now it's just Jax snowballing takeoff. I don't know how IG can deal with this other than trying to force bottom lane fights and speed the game up.
got to this point, if Ning comes to the top side of the map, AL 1v2s very easily at this point.
Yeah.
With only a Tiamat on the Shy.
Like, I just woke up this morning, and the first thing I saw on Reddit was a Void Boy 1v4.
Oh, yeah?
Like, that's just something that Jax can do when he's snowballed. So you don't want to deal with him. Ning is gonna...
He's gonna try.
Gonna give it a chance.
Why not?
Melee, has some stanking. It's possible. I think he'll do it.
Does he see that? I don't know if he sees the permafrost little passive there. I don't think so because he doesn't have vision, so... But Ale is backing away. It's a very smart move, yeah.
He has Kha'Zix on the right side of the map, so... Best 16, you could see it already being communicated, leaning towards top side. Ning is famous for his lane ganks, and he's going to try and make it work here. Here we go.
He's right up next to him. Ultimate is available once again for Ale. Probably knows this happens. Vanguard's edge right down onto the Jax, turning onto the Shy. Shut down, though, for the Sejuani.
Really well done. Plays it at the perfect time so they can stack the stuns, and Ale has no way to respond. Had his flash, of course, but no time to use it the moment Sejuani showed her face.
Best 16 showed his just then as well. Turret plating to be taken by IG. This slows down the Jax situation. And Ale finally gets his boots. His magical footwear, rather. And Best just starts up the Rift Herald.
This is an interesting risk to take because you know that they're both hitting in the top lane tower, and you're saying that they're not going to go through River. So, want to see how quickly he can do this. Okay, here we go. Where's the Sejuani going to go?
They're walking down to him. Ale doesn't have the teleport available. They're backing. Oh, moments
Solid
away.
Snake. I see you. You got it.
Right place at the right time for Best 16. That Rift Herald is his. And IG probably like, oh, I wish I went to check it.
It was just the logical factor because he was saying that, you know what, Ning wants to base. That's what he should do. If he randomly walks up through the river, like what are you even trying? He would be tilted. So Best 16 was in his head thinking about essentially what the next goal was going to be. Immediate trade-off here, actually. Just going straight back to top lane. Here comes Icon.
Why not? Well, you got turret plating, use it. The Shy onto Ale again. The fight starting here by IG. The Shy jumps back in. Best 16 is out. That Rift Herald does nothing, but does force the teleport coming up from Rookie.
Yeah, it forces his teleport. Now Icon can go back to the lane, get that pushed out. I think they can do something immediately after this. You can already see where they're like cutting into the jungle and forcing Ryze to go the long way.
There's no vision.
Ooh.
Smart stuff from Ning. I can expect him to walk through.
That was very good from Rookie as well. He took the longest way possible to go through mid because he knew what was going to happen from OMG. They've been hunting for these kills, and most other mid laners would take the risky route and find themselves killed.
But not Rookie. Low caliber. Rookie's been able to farm out most of this lane. Icon has kept up.
Are we doing this again?
Mid lane has been quiet. It's top lane we've been talking about on this almost Trinity Force Jax, who has still been slowed down, mind you. Ning's walking up to this turret again. It's got one plate left. Ale's giving it up.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, it was way too easy. The moment they got pushed out top lane, and Best 16 didn't make it count. It's actually just so hard to deal with this Sejuani based off the early damage she got in 9.1.
Yeah.
And also just working alongside a melee champion so quick that she can pop her own passive. So there's so much that's frustrating to deal with on the Bruiser of Aurelia and Sejuani. That combination is pretty brutal.
It's brought the Shy back into the game. He's 40 CS up on Ale. And with those kills in the mix, gold should be pretty much even now for these top laners. Goal on the board is about 800 in favor of OMG, which is not much considering how this could have gotten out of hand.
Yeah, just a camp in the top lane. This could have been a snowballed game. I think that it would have been if they had gone up against most other teams. It's just that Ning recognized the issues. Rookie doubled down to using his own teleport to get the Shy back up. Otherwise, other teams would have just tried to cut their losses there. 5.
He doesn't miss those, but apparently he will. Alan's peeking his head in. Vision over the river, widely contested as this Ocean Drake seems to be next for OMG. They got the first one, which is an Infernal. Now they're hoping for something more. What is it? Oh, it's an Infernal next.
Nice. We've been seeing a lot of Kha'Zix go Evolve Q first, or at least from what we've seen here. Best 16 getting the second Evolve Q first. I like it. It's great for just dueling, and also specifically for just taking objectives. With the Dragon getting buffed pretty significantly in the new patch, just makes a lot of sense that now that he's recognized, yeah, I have a good matchup into Ning, and I also can just obliterate the HP on the objectives pretty quickly.
He can threaten someone like the Shy if he ever gets to that point. Probably
true.
not. Into the mid lane. Pushes there. They really want to break open this map. OMG aggressively pacing towards this topside jungle as well. And Ning, great timing. But turret plating is going to go down, so the mid lane probably stops there.
And here's the best part of the game, where every team starts scrambling for turrets. And on top of that, Trinity Force for Ale means that he can actually start doing what he wanted to do to begin with. Go into a long lane, already going to the bottom lane, and start trying to pressure these towers, force teams to actually walk to him. It's actually going to be much harder for the Shy now, because the Shy was having a rough time when Sejuani was no longer there. Sejuani should never be with the Shy from this point forward. If he goes bottom side of the map, then he's risking out losing full vision top side.
And until that point where the Shy gets the Trinity Force, it's still going to be a dangerous matchup. Rookie's starting to figure out he can't break through this Urgot anymore. And things even out just that little bit more.
Here we go. Looks like there's a play for his life. I don't know if they can take him, but they're going to try.
Ale has to assume that bow line is nearby. Ale doesn't push up past the vision line in the river either.
Yeah, no AD carry in their right mind would walk up to a Jax, especially in a wave. So, Ale is playing really respectfully.
Chilean 5, they're sitting in the mid lane. They're not doing anything at the moment except for waiting. Considering what we're watching 5, maybe 10 minutes ago in this early game, everything has slowed down considerably.
Yeah, and it's mostly because IG has just stalled out the game. They've thrown Rise right in the mid lane. This was the strategy IG used before Jackie Love. When they were a team that didn't have as much talent, they just tried to stall out as much as possible by throwing Rookie in a lane that's constantly under threat, wave clear. This time around, they're actually pushing it back to try and aim for this tower themselves.
And similarly, IG just trying to get some damage down so they can force OMG off. That Rise starting to do a bit of damage, but Icon in the top side will break the first outers. And a bit back on the board. Ale's defending the bottom one.
I call this the Rocky montage moment of these games because Rise is not doing as much damage, obviously because he just has that one item that hasn't fully stacked yet. Icon is in the wrong side of the map though.
That's the challenge, 2v1. Now Icon, bit onto Rookie here. He's just going to take it. Fear Beyond Death can be used. Rookie will take it. But eventually he goes down. Meanwhile, bottom side, the Shy 1v1's Ale. That's bigger news.
That's the biggest news of them all. The fact that last time we saw, last game, it was they can kill Icon, sure. You can send as many members as you want, but Ale's going to make something of it. So in the 1v1, what really happened here? Oh, he couldn't get his Counter-Strike off. That was unfortunate because that's a lot of damage unanswered too. And so finally, like immediately, yeah, sure, just walking up to him because he knows it's already pretty rough. Flashes forward. Yeah, there we go.
All right. And Trinity Force picked up by the Shy means he could take that fight and take the risk. Big moment for the top laner of IG, but he's had plenty of them. Now he's to fight his way out of a 3v2. Collapse from OMG, but the turnaround from IG's even bigger. 3-man charm here from the quickness. And OMG have to just fight their way away. IG want this even more. Ale can't do anything, and OMG are left wondering.
Cooldown's being reset though. OMG would want a fight right back because that was a quick assassination there for the Shy. The Shy didn't really have much time to breathe. That 16 just tore him apart. So really well done for OMG out of all of it.
Look at who's getting the kills at the moment. It's Ning. It's the front line for Invictus Gaming. So he's just getting tankier and tankier.
This team is definitely not built to take the team fighting of Invictus Gaming.
Yeah.
I would say the best way, it's not like they don't have an answer. Their answer is literally the Kai'Sa and Urgot. That's a pretty good answer. But that means now that you're waiting on Kai'Sa's itemizing to really come through, and she's not had her second item just yet. So that's the real worry, is that the easiest way OMG can play this game out is by pumping as much gold into Jax and hoping that the solo main matchup works out. Here we go, though.
Maybe hoping that 5 lands some of those bindings. There's the ult from Ning. Guess what? No Black Shield for 5. Vanguard's Edge is out of commission, though. Ale's coming in from the side, but he just gets bursted down by Rookie onto Chelly. Forces him to flash, but they're onto Icon. One more hit. Permafrost's range got massively nerfed. Ning can't get him. OMG now have to turn onto Rookie. He's doing so much damage to the side. Camera, go to Rookie. Don't worry about Icon. He's dead. They've just taken him down. The trades are big for OMG. Both mid laners hit the dirt.
Yeah, he pulled 4 people over, but the fight's not over.
Oh, there's a turret there.
Oh, here we go.
The Shy and Balan wait.
Remember
OMG,
the Alamo.
help, what do we do? Quickness is back up. And OMG now need to fight their way out. Chelly's already dead. Ale underneath the turret on Dening, but the Shy saves the day.
Oh,
Bristle
no!
lives, but Josiah does not. Doesn't matter, OMG already lost the fight.
And they're going to get themselves a free dragon here. So, great fight from IG. And even better from Rookie. In a situation where people are starting to get away from him, he gets the kill, pulls 3 members over to him. Yeah, that was a close one. And he does quite a bit, just sacrificing himself. Still a great binding from 5, as we'll probably see like later on, but his binds have been on point. They've been answering these kills, but take a look at how it all starts.
Oh, lands perfectly. Black shield onto Icon means he can't do anything.
Yeah, and here comes this is the best part for me. Ale stuffed. Matumbo finger wag. He tries to come in, just trying to get the stun down, but he gets snared by Rookie. Rookie even tries to fight in for this kill. The binding comes out, death binding, just simply because he's yeah, just as he was about to die, and it's not over yet because Rookie's actually wilding live.
Okay.
Go into live camera, please. I don't give a damn about the replay
done.
no
OMG
longer.
lost. Let's go.
Look, he just got a double kill. Come on.
Let's see a replay of the replay.
Yeah, and then we'll miss another Rookie highlight as he gets a penta. Why not?
They're going straight to Baron. Looks like Rookie just clocked out 2 more members. 5 got caught again. This time with best 16. And Baron, oh, it's a late lunch for IG.
Yeah, right now this is just ruthless. OMG, maybe they can get a steal. I mean, I don't think they can. Not at all. No one near them. Yeah. This is a bit risky.
OMG, they just back away. They know they can't compete. Ale pushes it out, but it's IG with the swing of momentum. 2K gold lead. Dragons were theirs long time ago, and even the Colonel has flipped.
Yeah, what's going on, Colonel? What's happening here? I mean, he just sides by logic. Literally only formulas here for him.
I didn't know the Colonel was so smart.
Well, I mean, he has a fantastic formula in his chicken, so of course he's going to trade over.
Yeah. Do we ever find out the 10 secret herbs and spice?
I don't think so.
Still wanting. Maybe my next mission while I'm in China. The first one is going to be discover who actually wins this next team fight. Because remember, IG are that far ahead. They have the Baron buff, but Ale's still a big threat if he can get there. BF sword now picked up, hoping for more damage.
Good support here to allow the Shy to take the turret. Right now, Invictus Gaming's focus is this mid lane. They're trying to allow the Shy to push out here so he can help with a flank ultimate. And I think that you can already see him continuously putting pressure on the Ale. Ale's going to be late, inevitably. Oh, in fact, they're just going to go straight for him. Come on now.
The Shy is so big now. This matchup can't be won by Ale anymore. The Shy's even got a level on him in IG.
Yeah.
With their vision, they just walk up into the enemy jungle. They walk towards this turret.
Free turret being taken down here. Ale is way too
The Shy's going to go back in as well.
Wow.
He flashes. Ale.
I see it in his mind, man.
He just leads
wanted
away.
that kill.
The Shy is surfing. And minions seem to be the waves right now. OMG back on in as he overdived from the Shy. He drops down, of course. There is no other job. Icon hit hard by Rookie. But meanwhile, IG, you said it before, Raz, they make a play, they'll do it again, they'll do it again, they'll do it again.
Oh my God.
Nothing will stop them. Even Ale getting the stun down. Rookie lives, but deleted with the help of Redemption. OMG to start winning the fight and IG to start backing away.
Yeah, how about IG calms down a little bit? It was looking pretty good. And then I can throw the flash away. The flash made sense. He thought that Ale would still be around to challenge him, contest him. Didn't happen. Okay, you made a mistake. That's fine. You go along. But then they just doubled down around the turret. So now they got pushed out. Baron buff didn't work out all too well in terms of just like what it could have been, right? What it could have been. It could have just took down inhibitor turret into inhibitor, but slowed them down just a bit. 2 items already being picked up here from Chelly. And so suddenly the later game focus that OMG wants to be able to achieve is viable. I still want 1 more item here from Kai'Sa.
On that note, Raz, Ale's about to pick up his 2nd item. So as we move towards the late game, with that Essence Reaver now there.
Remove the item.
The fight becomes a bit more reasonable. There's even a Jurgen's Fist there, heading towards the Sterix Gauge as his 3rd.
So just so people know how Essence Reaver works, it really is only like best. It's best on Jax. Non-ultimates, he just uses ult. And essentially he'll have a bit of a helicopter mode. You can just use his Counter-Strike repeatedly as long as he can get the autos across. So he needs to be focused down. He is squishing, so that's a benefit. But here we go, it's already started.
He might not even get to the fight because Icon's been caught out. Even with the Void Seeker, Chelly's not going to join it. There's a fight on two fronts with Ale onto Rookie. He wants revenge, but the rest of OMG are getting torn apart by Invictus Gaming. Jackie Love onto Chelly. 1-2, and how do you do? IG 3-4, they want some more. It's Ning with the chase, and look at you, Sejuani. This famous hippo, as I said on Monday, is still wanting more. Ale lives on, and Balan is a frisky Ricard.
Oh my god, Ale has just been chasing 3 people.
Smackdown.
That was 3 kills for Ale. I know it turns out to be a double kill, but it didn't count the fact that he got the kill on Rookie immediately after. So like, he started with Rookie, then he came back into the fight, and he nailed 2 others. 5, that's 8 kills right now on Ale. So OMG is starting to come back of a lot of mess ups here from Invictus Gaming.
Oh, I missed that one, Raz. I saw Ale hopping around. I thought, IG, we're just going to clean up that fight, but no. My eyes deceive me. And hopefully I'll get a second look.
I'm always worried about when people tunnel in these team fights, right? Because when Ale left them and had, I guess, Invictus Gaming fully committed to the team outside of him, I was like, well, he's gone. IG is going to win out this fight with the Sejuani ultimate. But they've actually remained alive. That was the most impressive part. It was Chelly who stayed alive a little bit longer. Best 16 who was waiting for Ale to come back in, and then Jackie Love and Bao Lan saying, oh my god, what is happening? Where did he come from?
Best 16 clean up Ning too. So a fight on multiple fronts works out well for OMG. That's their ticket back into this series and back into this game. IG still with a gold lead, but now 8 kills, as you mentioned, from on Ale. He just picks up the Sterix Gauge.
Yeah, Sterix Gauge. I talked about lacking survivability because he went towards the Essence Reaper, because of how many gold that he picked up earlier. Now it's not an issue anymore. He wants to be able to join team fights. This is a team fight Jax if I've ever seen one.
And Chelly will add in his 80 carry prowess. 3 items almost built. Nash's tooth coming soon. Jackie Love is going to start getting out damaged.
20 seconds on the Baron too, so right now IG's in the right place at the right time. They see that Ale has just started focusing on the bottom lane wave, so they have some time to work with.
He has teleport. Ning. Arctic Assault right into the brush. Now with Baron up in 1 now. Ale might have to use that teleport soon, because this is going to jump down really quick. Rookie destroys this Baron.
He's basing first, actually. That's a lot. I don't think, yeah, they're going to lose this.
They're going to have to do it really, really quick. OMG are walking there, but just not quick enough. IG get a free Baron. The TP's coming in. Now, Ale can't cancel that, but with the Realm Warp.
They didn't see him. Now they see him. Now they have to actually look for the fight here, but they're way out of position. They might just lose 2 turrets because of this.
They've left Chelly mid. IG continue the push. Rookie on the flank. Ning at the front. The Shy, Jackie Love, Balan right in the middle. And OMG, they're going to lose their inhibitor turret. A gross misplay here from OMG after a successful team fight.
Need to find a way to start this.
There's a flash in from Icon onto Rookie. The Fear Beyond Death needed in this fight. They can't find it, but Chelly's free hitting in the backside. The Shy in the middle. He's hopping, he's skipping, he's jumping. Ale goes golden, but he's not putting out any damage. IG have to deal with Chelly and Ale as a triple kill.
Jackie
Over
Love.
to Chelly. Now for Balan to survive with Jackie Love. That's what it takes. There's equal members alive.
Smart play from Jackie to get the hell up out of there. He doesn't want to any piece of that. Jax sure used his Counter-Strike, but it's a very low cooldown at this point. You don't want to face that. That was a hectic team fight, but you know what? Big win for Invictus Gaming. 2 towers off of the Baron because of just 1 positioning error that OMG had. They had no idea the time was that short on them because Jax was basing. I thought he was going to TP, but he had no TP wards there. So this fight starts out all eyes on where Jax was because he was in the thick of things. And he was trying to force Jackie Love and Bao Lan all the way back.
And he almost did. Jackie Love had to let the feathers fly. He couldn't get close enough in. But at the end of the day, it was Chelly. And Chelly was on cleanup crew with Ale. These 2 carries are doing so much work for OMG, and they managed to claw this back. Team fights are now even.
Yeah, teamfight reality is there. We're talking about the late game being so far off just because they needed more items on Chelly, but with the kills that he's now accrued for himself, he's already got the Gnasher's Tooth and he's working on the zones. Once he completes the Zonias, this is actually a very hard fight for IG. They can get this now, though. They're looking for it.
That binding was crucial. Icon was caught out. Black Shield onto the wrong person
Morgana.
again. They get the support. The pick-off is there. Now Icon, Ale, and Chelly have to do something. The Shy has already picked off one, but into the back line. Ale and Chelly on cleanup crew again. But OMG bitten off way too much. Maybe not. Ale can't get Jackie Love. OMG. They drop. And best 16's the last alive.
Yeah, this could just be game at this point. It's hard to say. 36 seconds is actually not that long. And Best is actually just taking the Shy in a long, wild ride. I think this is just going to be a few inhibitors.
Jackie Love walks up mid lane. This is his. An Invictus Gaming show. Again. Well, they're the best team in the world. And into LPL for 2019. OMG. So back and forth. One team fight defines another.
There we go. 2 inhibitors off of that. That was such a good team fight to watch back on because that was close for Jackie Love. Could have been lights out there. Has his flash now. But take a look at this. The time didn't have. I don't know about if you have flash available at the time, but they went to burst down Morgana, lived for a little while. But take a look at the corridor and Ale just waiting for his moment to jump in. 3-man knockup. Kills Rookie immediately, but Jackie Love somehow remains alive by taking out Chelly, who was coming in for the assassination.
Almost kills Jackie Love. That would have been the fight evened out by OMG. Invictus Gaming, 6k gold ahead again. The Elders coming up soon. Baron there, they've just found a pick. Jackie Love gets Chelly. That's a really big pick.
Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I take that. Out of nowhere. You know what? We'll take that guy. What the hell is he going for? Obviously red buff, but I don't know if you should be on that journey alone.
About 20 seconds early as well. This time Ale onto Rookie.
Yes,
so what's
let's
Rookie
go.
doing here? Hang on.
Killing him.
Late game rise though.
I don't want Ale to take this fight
Even
any
against
longer.
Jax. Counter strikes there. Hang on. Oh my lord! That's what happens against the best mid laner. See you later. Now the Shy, maybe the best top laner. It's the 2-for-1 special with the best team. And IG again. 2 more kills. This time, Raz, it truly could be the end.
This is such a fun game to watch. I wouldn't even put it past them for a double KO if that redemption didn't come through.
Best 16.
Yeah, IG though coming out ahead.
That's going to be all she wrote. Invictus Gaming. Wait for the minions to streamline in. We had questions as to whether OMG could take us to a game 3. It looks so promising. Solo outplays by Rookie, picks on Chelly, and Invictus Gaming remain undefeated in the LPL 2019.
And so at the end of the day, we got what we had expected. IG and Suning come out ahead. But you know what? It's a wild journey. It was a wild ride. IG didn't expect it. Suning certainly didn't expect it. But in this story specifically, IG came to Chengdu. They came to the OMG venue. And they really put up a fight. Took down OMG in a 2-0, but if you look closely at the series, there are some great moments and some great stories to be told for OMG.
We were told OMG coming in, we're going to run this roster. We thought, there's a couple of rookies on this roster. It doesn't look promising, especially against Invictus Gaming. We almost had a game 3 on our hands there. IG almost took their first loss to the split, and it was against OMG.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, had Xiang played out, no matter who played in that roster, we would have expected IG to take the win, right? I think it was just a really good call to make it so Ale plays Series 1, Game 1 for this team, and he really showed up. Like, the confidence was there. 2 solo kills against the Shy says a lot. And people will cast aside that and say, well, it was Jax, but that's a fine matchup. I will say, even if you look at Game 1 against Duke, solo kills against him, going out of off-season into the regular season, a lot of people have been singing the praises of Ale, and of course, while you didn't come out with a victory, it's a good first chapter.
Especially against the Shy, his first game of the LPL season, recovered heavily in that top lane after the early skirmishes. Again, it's just IG proving they love what they do. They love going in, they love playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they just work so well together. They're just going to come in and trounce. I love that Rookie's playing as good as he has been. He's really hard on himself. So in Demacia Cup, after the first series lost to TLP, he really just put, once again, ownership on the loss on his own play. And he just grinded solo queue once again. And then you see this on Rise, and he was working out real well.
Yeah.
He was actually an excellent Rise. And we haven't been seeing much Rise in this meta because of how the meta has been shifting towards like Galio Lissandro. And when those get sidelined, when they get banned, he's willing to still pick it up in red side.
Still facilitates that role that we talked about a little bit earlier for Invictus Gaming. Another win, though. They remain undefeated, as stated before. But today's kind of shown us that the rookies of the LPL have taken charge a little bit.
Yeah.
The fresh blood on the Rift is looking decent in our first week.
So many new faces, and I know that has always been the question of what would happen when franchising hits the league, and it's been some time now. And for the teams at the bottom, both OMG and Vici, they've been revolutionizing themselves. They've looked internally and found some great gems in their team. So now for them, the challenge is literally just giving them experience, pushing them along. Coach Long is going to do a lot of good things with them.
Yeah.
He's going to, for Vici's side of things, he's going to really lead them on a proper path. And I think that Southwind, while he is having a rookie year, has been competing for a hell of a long time. I think that he already has a solid voice in the roster.
We've seen enough rookies rise to the occasion. We've seen enough rookies make it into stardom. Use Jackie Love as an example, even though it was a star roster.
Yep.
Rookies do get picked up, and this is a good year, especially after the LPL just won Worlds, to put yourself in the spotlight. We don't know what our bottom teams are anymore. OMG and Vici Gaming performances like that push them up, pushes up the skill of the LPL, and changes everything.
And it makes it a lot more competitive. This is a big point,
which
too.
is huge.
Is that for the two larger teams that you saw play here today, both Suning pushed to a game 3, and IG consistently had to recheck how their fights were really looking. Like the Shy had some real off moments in this game. It's his first game in a long time, so like I give him that leeway. But now he's come back in refreshed, essentially.
Yeah.
He's been ushered back into the league in one way. So welcome back. And it seems like it's going to be a hell of a ride this year.
So for Invictus Gaming, still the undefeatedness is what's got my attention.
Yeah.
Rookie in that game, just backtracking a little bit, seemed comfortable as all hell. Want to look at Ning and his ability to just go forward.
Yep.
There is one player in the league who, as a jungler, will always take that opportunity, and it's this man right here.
73% kill participation. Last one was pretty high too. Like he soaks a lot of damage. He literally just looks and finds in game 1 when he was on the Zac.
Yeah.
Picks and opportunities. He just says go, and this team will follow up. Key team fights, one around Dragon is one thing I'll remember, as when he was able to find that key pick onto Morgana. And it's actually pretty hard to play a Sejuani up in this composition if the Morgana is on point.
Yep.
And 5 was on point today. But didn't see the Sejuani coming. Easy pick off, and it was the main difference in a lot of these team fights. This is the one that I was referring to.
It's mind games right there.
So like there are a few team fights that came through in the same fashion. Rookie, of course, this was a good highlight for him. You can just look across this fight 5 different times and you could see a new member performing. Rookie had a hell of a time on this end. Sure, the end of the fight was a bit hectic because that's when the Jax came back.
Yeah.
But the start is what really is important.
OMG, good performance, but Ning, your MVP at the end of the day anyway. IG's jungler coming up big as always. But we then ask the question, what team can actually triumph over IG? Because is it just RNG again? Is there an Achilles heel that gets created in this LPL?
So there are 3 challengers. Like we saw the series 1 will never happen. It'll happen in the playoffs because it is a single round robin. Is TOP, but TOP just got smacked down. And then Suning, you already saw in how Demacia Cup showed out, and also just on how the first series really worked out for them. This is just still they're getting there. They're slowly coming up to the plate. So IG is better than them. Really, the answer just comes back to RNG versus them again. I feel like we're back at step 1 where IG has to go up against RNG to really see who comes out ahead. I still have it in favor of the world champions, especially after the changes that RNG have faced right now.
Yeah, working towards MSI, IG look to be in form. These newer teams coming through. I'm sure in the next couple of days we'll finally get to see all of our teams play. IG got the chance to play a couple of times. I know RNG aren't running Uzi until after the Chinese New Year as well. And IG won't be facing RNG before the Chinese New Year, as far as I'm aware, from memory of schedules. So afterwards, we get to see the full matchup.
I'm pretty excited for that one. It's going to be a little bit of time before we get there, but you usually want to see these teams iron all of their issues out before they face each other, because if they face each other right in the beginning, when like they just came out of like vacation and off season and all that, and you know they're not showing out Uzi, that would be unfortunate. I was like, I don't want to hold all of that until playoff time.
Yeah, well, let's warm up to it, and let's warm up to our Friday matchups, which will be the next time that we see the LPL. As Thursday's your day off. Have a breather and then return. Now, the English broadcast will not be on for these matches, but it is still worth it over on Huya and Doyu.
Yeah, this is a brother matchup, or at least they used to be on the same block. EDG versus Snake is something to watch out for. You also get to see Victory 5 first time go up against TOP. That's going to be really slick.
Yeah, we didn't get to see them over in Demacia Cup, so curious to see their performance. Over on the Saturday, though, it's WE and Sino Dragon. And that one, for me, is to see if WE can rise above teams like Vici and OMG.
People have been really singing their praises just based off of scrim results, which is crazy. Remember, this is going to be, hopefully, when Mystic is playing the full year. Because Mystic has had times where he wasn't put to succeed. They now have a new coach, Coach Wei Xiao.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to see. And of course, to finish that one out, it's going to be Rogue Warriors vs JD. JD, I want to see which jungler are you playing? Are you playing Levi or Flawless?
Surely, I mean, they're both like almost world class.
They're both really good, and I think Flawless just has more experience, so I expect that. But I just want to see Levi play.
Yeah.
I just want to see, when he went to North America, I was like, is he going to see some play time in the Premier League? No, the answer was no. And I was like, well, he's back here, and then, of course, Flawless gets picked up. So I just want to see that happen.
Fits more of the style of maybe back in the VCS, maybe back when he was on the Gigabyte Marines, potentially. See if that is the Levi that we get. But however, that's it for the LPL for today. You can catch us back on Saturday for more action. Big thank you to Raz, our production team, and we'll see you then.